Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. Welcome to this live broadcast. I am here to talk about the Director of Public Prosecution in Jamaica, Miss Paula Llewelyn. If you follow my channel, you follow my live broadcast, you will know that I was of the opinion a few days ago that the person responsible for this most embarrassing justice proceeding in Jamaica with the Vibes Cartel case is the judge, Justice Lennox, who is now in retirement. So I had a conversation with my correspondent in Kingston, Liz, and she was adamant that Paula Llewelyn should resign. And I said, for what? She didn't do anything. It wasn't her fault. I felt that it was totally the judge's fault. Well, I learned some new information since I said that. And I'm going to have to say today that based on that new information, Paula Llewelyn has to resign now. I am going to play a video for you guys and let you hear for yourselves what the defense attorney of one of the accused, Sean Storm's attorney, Bert Samuels, he said something about Paula and what happened and what caused the undue pressure on the jury, and also what caused the court to move forward with the juror who tainted the jury. That in and of itself is a huge, huge mistake. And for the director of public prosecution to participate in that, I'm sorry, in my view, she has no more credibility. And I'm going to play this video and I will come back to you and complete what I'm here to say today. Have a listen.
Point that the judge allowed a juror who was allegedly trying to bribe the jury, allowed him to sit and continue to deliberate, that he sent them out 17 minutes to 4 after 64 days of trial. That was huge pressure on the jury. And the director of public prosecution infused herself in his chambers and encouraged the judge to keep the juror who was allegedly bribing and to render a verdict with the bad apple. So this is a day for us to see whether it is right for a prosecutor, the chief prosecutor, to encourage a judge to keep a juror who has been bribing the others. So we're going to see what's going to happen today, whether justice will prevail, and there'll be a pronouncement on the wrongness of that. We're hoping that there will be no retrial, of course, that's one of the options, and we're hoping that they'll be free. May I remind you that my client is Sean Campbell, none other, with Miss Bianca Samuels as his attorney. She's busy working there now, and we're looking for victory. Bert Samuels, Miss.
Guys, if what the defense attorney said is true, and I believe it is, I think he knows better than to come out and publicly say such a thing if it's not true. If what he said is true, that Paula inserted herself in the chamber, encouraged the judge to move forward with the case, kept the juror on there who corrupted and tainted the jury, just to rush a verdict, then she has to go. She has to go. I am not one of those people who is going to come out here and bring her down and disrespect her, because I don't believe in that. I don't believe that it is necessary to descend, to use disrespect against people just because you disagree with them. I don't believe in that. And I say that because I know that Paula and Isaac Buchanan the lawyer of Vibes Cartel, they had a kind of a tense relationship. And that is because I think Isat crossed the line when he sat on a program on YouTube and he used some very nasty, derogatory words toward the DPP just because he did not agree with her. And if you don't know what he said, I am going to tell you, but I'm not going to repeat it. He quoted some lyrics from Cartel's song. A line that goes, Paula, go suck a D. For a defense attorney to say that, to make a point about the DPP, is absolutely immature. It is disgusting and it is unbecoming of any attorney, no matter what side they are on, to say such a thing publicly and expect to be respected. Now, I don't respect this guy. I don't think he has the maturity nor the emotional intelligence for me to even pay attention to anything that he says. So I just want to put it out there that I believe that Paula needs to step down. Paula needs to resign right now. And you know what? I do not have to disrespect her and tell her to go suck anything to make that point. That is called maturity and emotional intelligence. Now back to Paula. Paula has been there for some time. And I'm not even going to judge Paula on anything that she has done in the past where her job is concerned. I am not going to judge her on anything prior to what happened in this case with Vibes Cartel. Based on this alone, it was reckless. Yes, it was reckless. And I am not an advocate of Vibes Cartel either. I believe the people who unalive Lizard, they should pay the price. I do believe in it. I believe also that when the state is charged to carry out justice, that no matter how they feel about anyone, they should do it with the utmost integrity, and everyone, no matter how we feel about them, deserve a fair trial. So, when Paula and the judge, who is now retired, when Paula and the justice Lennox, when they allow the juror to stay, when they allow the juror to stay, I mean, common sense, I don't understand these people. Why would they allow a juror to stay with the knowledge that the juror tried to bribe the rest? It's just not adding up to me. It just does not make any sense to me that these people who went to law school and obtained degrees to decide people's fate when it comes to their freedom and their justice and their lives, that they could sit in the court and allow something like that to happen. It's not making any sense to me. I mean, irrespective of the fact that some people may believe that it is Vibes Cartel's team who set up this whole bribe thing, I don't have any proof of it, so I can't say. But even so, even if that is true, the DPP and the judge, at no point in time, they should have allowed that to happen. So with this whole embarrassment now, and with Cartel and his co-accused now applying for bail when they were initially sentenced to life, It is not just only the fault of the justice or the judge. Paula is also to be blamed. You cannot go in the chamber and tell a judge, encourage a judge to keep the juror. Neither should you be rushing the jury to come with a verdict. That is wrong. It is a gross miscarriage of justice. And that's why in these cases, we have to be careful. Because as much as we may want people to meet their fate, I know that sometimes prosecutors can be a bit aggressive. And that's okay. That's what we expect them to do when they are there to make sure that, people who harm other people pay the price on all these things. We want them to be aggressive for the right reasons. But you cannot be so aggressive that you don't take stock of the fact that the technicalities that are there, you have to be mindful of them. And so this is what happens. Now, are you telling me that between Paula and the judge, neither of them knew the risk they ran keeping that juror on the jury? It doesn't make any sense. It just does not make any sense to me that both of them, not one, could have said, hey, this is too risky. We can't be doing this. It's not right. And it's too risky. And if you have to throw away the whole case and start from scratch because the jury is contaminated, then that is what you have to do. There is no laziness when it comes down to justice. You cannot carry out justice and take shortcuts. You have to go through the process no matter how long it takes. Take a break, take a rest, and come back. But you can't cut corners when it comes to justice, where victims are concerned, and where people's freedom are on the line. It's not right. So Paula has to go. Paula has to go now. Yes, Paula. Paula has to go now. If what Bert Samuel says is true, Paula cannot stay another day. Because when we screw up these cases, I'm talking to prosecutors. When prosecutors and judges screw up these cases, the first people who are harmed is the victims. They don't get justice. And the perception of the justice system is also harmed sometimes. I didn't know I would be saying this because my correspondent the other night, she was saying, Paula has to go. But she was not explaining to me at the time why. I don't know if she just had limited information or what. But now that I hear what Bert Samuel said, now that we know that Paula participated in what the judge did and keeping the juror in the undue pressure on the jury to come back with a verdict. No, we cannot have a DPP who did that. Sorry to say, guys. Some of you may be a supporter of Paula, or think that Paula does a good job. I sort of didn't have a problem with her until now. I didn't really have a problem with her prior, right? And I know that there are members of the opposition who have been adamant for a long time that Paula needs to go. Well, I don't join those people. I don't join them because they're not calling for Paula to go for the right reasons. They're calling for Paula to go because they want to undermine the government and they want to undermine Paula. I am not here undermining Paula. I am saying based on the fact that she participated, and let me just say allegedly, okay? Because I wasn't there. But I can give somebody like Bert Samuels the benefit of the doubt that Paula inserted herself in the chamber and do what he said she did. So I don't join the call with the opposition in, bringing down Paula and disrespecting Paula. And Isaac Buchanan was a part of that opposition because he was picked as the human rights attorney for the PNP until they dismissed him after he said those horrible things about Paula. So their sole purpose is because they want to, because that's in their nature. That's what they do. They are underminers and saboteurs. They did it to their leader. They do it to other people. And we know that that's what they are about. I give no credence to this opposition because I don't consider them to be oppositions, right? And I have an interesting video that is going to come out following this one about the state of our politics now compared to the 80s. And I dare to say that it is worse now than in the 80s. But if you want to know why I say that, you will have to tune in to the upload that will come after this one. And I give examples and I, bring the data and bring the facts, okay? But with that being said, I hope Jamaica learned something from this. I really do, because we don't want to be putting people on trial as a country and then to have stuff fall through the way that this is. It's a waste of taxpayers' money. It's a waste of time. I know we're not always going to get it right. I get that. I understand that. But this was too reckless. Too reckless. And I cannot fathom why this happened in the first place. Because these people should have known better. It's just mind-boggling that this could happen. Anyway, I'm going to cut it short. I'm going to leave it here. I strongly believe that Paula, sorry Paula, I think you caused this. You helped cause this. I mean, as if it wasn't embarrassing enough about how the evidence, the phone evidence, I mean, there's a right way to go about doing things. And I know Paula had nothing to do with obtaining or safekeeping of that evidence. She wasn't the one who tampered with it. But those who were responsible for that, they should be called into question too and make sure that it doesn't happen again. But as if that wasn't enough or wasn't embarrassing enough, I didn't compromise the case enough. And now we have this. DPP and judge came together and decided that they're going to proceed. That they're going to proceed with a case, trial, a matter of life or freedom, with a juror who tried to bribe the jury. And then he was arrested after the trial. It doesn't make sense to me. So stupid. Anyway, I'm going to leave it here. Make sure you keep it locked here to Jamaica Politics Uncovered. Make sure you are subscribed. You have your notification on, you're tuning into our live broadcast Monday to Friday, 7 p.m., and you're inviting your friends to this channel. Take care until next time.